Hi everyone, welcome back to a full day wear test review of a brand new product that I am very excited about. It is, oops, I'm knocking stuff over. It is the new Estee Lauder Double Wear 24-hour concealer. Why am I so excited about this? As you know, if you've been watching my channel, have a very oily T-zone. I have enlarged pores, and most products I put on my skin in terms of like base products, they almost like accentuate the oiliness I deal with. So they make my pores look bigger. By the midday, I look like an oil slick. It just, it's really tricky to find products that work for my skin type and make me look okay as I wear them. So we're going to give this a go today. I'm very excited to try it out because it's got a lot of claims. And while I was at it, I bought a new double wear foundation. It's probably been 20 years since I've purchased this. And, back in the day when I used this, I loved it. So we're going to go ahead and put all that on today. It's about 10:30, so we're going to get a good 8-hour wear test on this for the day. So let's jump in. I have shade 2N in this new concealer. Got a lot of claims to it. I'm just going to swatch it here for you and we'll swatch on my skin. So this is shade 2N. Okay. And look at this doe foot applicator. Really unique and cool. It's very large. It's got this like little tip that curves on the end, which is kind of cool. So just the claims for this one, just so you're aware, it's supposed to be a 24-hour concealer. It's supposed to blur imperfections for a soft, focused matte finish, which is like, sounds great to me. Medium to full coverage. They do have some hydration claims that it's supposed to hydrate on contact, and it's supposed to have powerful oil control immediately and for up to 24 hours. These are all things that just sound like music to my ears. So let's throw this on and see how it looks. Okay, so I'll just do a quick swatch on the side here for you. This is again 2N. It's a pretty good shade match for me. I'm gonna wipe it off quick because this stuff sticks. I was swatching it in the store, the foundation actually, to get a good shade match. And after I'd let it kind of dry to determine my shade, I couldn't get it off. I needed like real hardcore makeup remover. So I got the shade in the foundation 2W2 Ratan. So one with a bit more of a warmer tone. And once this dried, you can see out of all the shades, the cool or the neutral tones I tried and a few different warm tones, this one almost like really disappears into my skin. Let's get this off. So really good shade match that I'm very happy with. The nice thing about the double wear, everyone, you can put it on very sheer. You can put it on with a heavy hand and have a real full coverage glam moment. But it stays on your skin. So no matter how you decide to wear it, it's a really great option. And that's kind of the same thing with all full coverage foundations. Um, you can sheer it out, mix it with moisturizer, do whatever, or you could put it on heavy duty, and that makes it them very multifunctional products. Um, there are some people I know that never buy skin tints because they're like, well, why would I when I have a full coverage foundation I love that I can sheer out or mix with like a more luminous base or a moisturizer and get a skin tint result. So if you're looking to save your dollars, get something more full coverage if you like to have a full coverage moment here and there. So I'm just kind of like rubbing this on, patting it, especially where I am a bit more oily and have a bit more of the pore situation. Who's a double wear lover out there? It's a tried and true old school formula that's been around forever. But again, don't knock the originals, right? Don't knock the OGs. I have a whole video on don't knock the OGs. Just because there's new and shiny things out there does not mean they're better. That is a great start. My base looks good. I'm really happy with that color match. I brought it down my neck a little bit, but all in all, looking good. Blends out really well. Like, don't really have a negative thing to say about it. All right, we're gonna go in with the concealer. I will use it even under my eyes, even though I do prefer a little bit more of a hydrating concealer under my eyes. I've been loving the MAC one that I shared in my MAC haul video. But this one we're just gonna use everywhere because if a concealer can work everywhere, that is great. So I'm gonna do a little bit in my forehead. I get very oily here. I'm gonna do a little here, just down the side of my nose where I do get red and oily. And we're going to cover some spots I am dealing with. I've been testing out too many new things and my skin's like, you chill out? Can you stop? It's freaking out a little bit. Okay, when I did play with this, you do not need to let this, like, give it time to dry down. Just go in because it dries down quick. So we're gonna go in with a brush and blend this out. So I'm just kind of patting and smoothing out depending on what my concealing needs are. See, like it's already dried down on my little marks here. Which means this will probably be very long wearing. Okay. One coat. I do not feel like I need to build this up anymore anywhere. I am covered. I feel like all my spots are covered. Um, it definitely did blur my pores. I'm looking very flawless. So a little goes a long way with this stuff, and work quick because it does set down, which makes me wonder for all of you that are looking to get some hydration benefits from this, because it says hydrates on contact. I don't know. I mean, the fact that it dried down so quick makes me hesitant to be like, oh, this will feel hydrating on my skin. I don't know. It dried down really beautifully. So that is the application. Okay, hope you can see this really well. I'm liking how everything is looking. I'm loving the color match. I'm loving this whole combo. But yeah, I really like these two together and I love the color match. So I'm gonna go put on the rest of my makeup and I will be back to show you the final results before we start our full day wear test. Okay, everyone, I am back. My makeup is done for the day. I did put on some setting spray, and you know what? I forgot to powder. Hold on. Let's put a little bit of powder because that's part of my normal routine anyways. So be right back. Okay, I am powdered and I used the new Morphe Cloud Light, Cloud Veil, something like that under my eyes because it sets my eyes beautifully right under there. And then Makeup by Mario Everwell. So we are powdered, we have some setting spray on, we are ready to conquer the day. I love the way my skin looks. I don't feel cakey, but I do feel very like done up, if that makes sense. Like I don't see really any redness breaking through. My spots are covered, but I don't feel like people would look at me and be like, oh, she's wearing a load of makeup. Maybe you would think differently, but I like the way I'm looking in natural light. Like I do think the skin mat or the shade match and everything has just like seamlessly blended into my skin, and I feel done up, but not cakey, if that makes sense. So we're going to give this a full wear test. We're going to check back in around dinner time and before I lose my natural light, because that gives you the best kind of look as to how this has worn. So get a little closer. I even like how it is in my nose creases because that always looks yucky for me. And everything's looking really nice. All right, see you guys back in about like 7 hours or so, and we'll give you an update on how this wore. Hello everyone, welcome back. It is about 6:30, so we've had this look on for about 8 hours now. And all in all, I am very, very impressed. As I mentioned, I have enlarged pores and I get very oily in my T-zone. No matter what I do, it just always happens. Some products make it even worse. And this is the first product I have tried in a long time where I have not felt the panic to need to powder my face midday because I look just so oily. It's the first product in a long time that has not completely worn away. It is the first product in a long time that has kept this covered pretty much all day long. I have a lot of like scarring here from like whatever the pimple, cyst, whatever it was, and nothing covers it. Nothing keeps it at bay. By the time the day is over, it is back in full strength. This looks really, really good. So that is the test for me. You will see a bit of it wore away around my mouth because I just ate dinner. We had turkey burgers with avocado and I was wiping my mouth a lot. So I do have a bit of redness around my mouth right now because of that. I see maybe a little bit of settling in my frown lines in my forehead slightly. I barely see any creasing in my nose, which always creases. And my oil is really controlled here and here, which gets very oily for me. like I see a bit of breakthrough, like I'm looking more luminous, I would say, but nothing where I feel again like I need to run and powder my face. Like I feel just glowy, like maybe some people normally feel when they use glowy products and they don't have oily skin. My powdered blush stayed on beautifully. All the products that I put on top stayed very, very well. I give this, like, could I give it like a 9.5 out of 10? Maybe a 10 out of 10. The only thing I'll take away is, yeah, like maybe it's settling in my fine lines a little bit. But I mean, I was doing lots today and it's been 8 hours. So I don't expect perfection. This is really, really good. If you have dry skin, beware. It does say it hydrates on contact. I don't really notice any hydration. And in like my under eye, because as I mentioned, I usually like something more hydrating on my under eyes, but we pulled this all the way through. I do have some like creasing. It doesn't look like dry, but it didn't stay set all day in my under eye. So, I mean, only if I go really close, I'd be like, oh, my under eye looks a little creasy. But that's if we're really, really being picky. But I don't feel dry and flaky under there at all. It just did crease a little bit. So, all in all, this is a huge win for me. So if you are like me, you want blurred pores, you want long wear, you want oil control, it does do all of those things. So I would highly recommend it if you have a skin type like me. And I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope it will help you decide if this is the concealer for you. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate if you could do so. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time for another review or makeup haul or whatever I have in store. See you guys then.